On Blind Date tonight, Ian and Vicky sampled the delights of Milton Keynes. But did the thrill of the chase lead to romance? And Gemma and Chris hit the ski slopes in the Canadian Rockies. But did they fall head over heels for each other?
No date like Scylla's blind date, and here she is.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to Blind Date. Now, we've had a lot of love stories on this series, but we're hoping we've saved the best till last. 1 week ago, we gave Gemma from Cheshire a second chance to find love after her disastrous first blind date with a love rat named Craig. She picked Chris from Birmingham, who was also hoping it would be second time lucky after he was ditched earlier in the series. So has Gemma finally bagged her man? We'll find out a little later, but first, we've got 3 guys who won't need to be asked twice if they're picked for a date tonight. So please say hello to the fellas. Great, but why are they here? Let's find out. Introduce yourselves, fellas. Who are you?
Hello, my name's Jim. I'm 28 and I'm from Glasgow. The reason I'm on Blind Date is to find a girl who can put up with my obsession with quiz shows. I can't get enough of the quick-fire, high-stake action of shows like Bullseye, Family Fortunes, and the ultimate in quiz show corkers, Countdown. So if tonight's picker is a quiz show junkie, I'll definitely buzz her in.
Hi, my name's David, I'm 31 and I'm a personal fitness trainer from Surrey. The reason I'm on Blind Date is to find a girl who will appreciate my old-fashioned values. I'm looking to find my very own little lady to shower with love and affection. I guess that makes me a bit of a softie.
Aww, nice, yeah.
But I reckon the girls like that.
Hi, my name's Dimitri, I'm 28 and I'm a financial advisor from Cheltenham. The reason I'm on Blind Date is to find a girl with a sense of adventure. Extreme sports and risky endeavours are my thing, so if the picker is looking for the original action man, she'd better buckle up, because danger is my middle name.
Well, there they are, 3 fab fellas looking for fun. And have we got a fun girl for them? She's lovely, she's Leslie, and she's from Kent. Come in, Leslie! Hi, Leslie, how are you, darling? Looking fab, Leslie. And here's our lovely studio audience and everybody at home waiting and dying to know what you do for a living.
Well, Scylla, I work on cruise ships in entertainment.
Wonderful. So, Leslie, you're a lovey as well.
I am.
But all this interferes with your love life, doesn't it, Leslie?
It does. I can't seem to get, a long-term relationship. I'm here, there and everywhere, travelling around.
That's a shame. Come down to this. Down to this. Is it true that you've got a nickname?
I have the sailor.
The sailor? Well, hello.
I know.
Why?
Well, they say that sailors have a girl in every port. I tend to have a boy in every port, really. I'm looking for romance, Stella, because I do a lot of travelling, work very hard, and I go to lots of lovely countries and meet a lot of gentlemen.
Right.
And so, but not true love.
So fire away with your first question, Leslie.
Okay, hello, boys.
Hello,
Hi,
Leslie.
Leslie.
Hello. Well, question number 1. When I was younger, I used to be a bit of a tomboy. I loved rugby and football and all things boyish. Oh, yes. And then I reckon this has helped me to stay in touch with my masculine side. What type of thing do you do that keeps you in touch with your feminine side? And that goes to number 1.
Well, Leslie, I'm a part-time model, which requires me to have the odd manicure, a bit of massage, and a little bit of blonde highlights in the hair. But most importantly, I do have to have my chest waxed. Which, Leslie, allows me to bring you closer to my masculine side.
And this question to number 2, please.
Well, like so many ladies, I like to have a good old gossip about my friends' romantic lives. But after tonight, the talk of the town is going to be you and me.
And same question to number 3, please.
To get in touch with my feminine side, I put on my pinny and do a bit of baking. But don't worry, Leslie, because just like my scones, I always rise to the occasion.
Question number 2 now. It's important to me that not only a man looks good, but he smells good as well. I always like to sniff a guy's shirt, okay, to check if they've got the right aftershave. The right aftershave for me, it tells a lot about a man.
Really?
So I asked Scylla the lads to bring a shirt from last night, and so I can test if they've got the whiff of romance on their shirt.
You did indeed.
I know.
Leslie, you're weird. Can we have the shirt? Thank you, Gary. You like it?
It's very nice.
This is number 1 shirt.
I hope they've only worn it once, still.
I don't know. You're the one who has to smell them.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, do you?
Do you want to have a smell?
No, I don't want. I've seen them. I don't want to smell them as well.
Well, that's quite nice. Number 1, that's quite florally. What does that go into your feminine side? It's quite flowery.
It's light, I would say, pretty fresh, and pretty fruity, I would say, as well. Bit like myself.
Oh. And this is number 2. Have a quick sniff.
I'm not too keen on the colour on that one, Scylla, but... Oh.
But what, you don't like this colour?
For a man. For a man.
For a man,
It's
okay.
gorgeous on you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, that's quite musky.
Is it?
Number 2, that's quite musky. What does that say about you?
To be honest, I'm not too fussed about the smell. All I do know is that it was on special offer down at the local market.
He's not too fussed about smell. You quite like that. You quite like that. Oh, she's going in right on this one, number 3. She's getting her nose stuck right into this.
That's quite lingering.
I chose that aftershave because it's just like yours truly. It's a bit rugged, but very, very spicy.
Whoa, very, very spicy. Well, you've done the sniffing test well and truly there,
Yes,
Leslie.
I have.
And now it's make your mind up, Tom, because you've got to get shut of one of those boys. And which shirt didn't turn you on? I mean, are you going to get rid of number 1, number 2, or number 3?
Number 3.
You turned down number 3. That was our Dimitri from Cheltenham. Come in, Dimitri. Sweet. I'm so sorry, Dimitri. You should have read the small print. It all hangs on this last and final question, Leslie.
Okay. My final question. Whenever I date a guy, I need to be sure that he knows his good and his bad points. I want each of you to tell me honestly what's the best and worst things about you.
Ooh, that's a dynamite question. Who are you going to ask first?
I'll do number 2, I think, first.
The best thing about me has to be the fact that I'm single.
Helps being on blind date, doesn't it?
It does.
In trouble if you...
The worst thing about me is that I'm about to come off the market.
Okay, and same question to number 1.
I would say my good point would definitely have to be I'm very, 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 very generous. My bad point, I would say, is I'm totally skint.
Who are you going to pick for the time being as your blind date? Are you going to choose number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Number 2, do not despair, Chuck, all right?
OK.
Because she could change her mind once she's seen number 1, basically. So go off and hide yourself. I shall see you in a mo. See you later. OK, Leslie, this is it. Your date, for the time being, at least. You chose number 1. That was Jim from Glasgow. Come in, Jim. Hello, Jim. I think it was a very, very generous thing that did it for our Leslie. OK, Jim, what do you think of our Leslie?
Absolutely stunning, Scylla. Absolutely
You
stunning.
like what you see?
Oh, very much so.
So has Leslie found her ideal man? Or could she do better with number 2, who she's yet to meet? Is her heart telling her to date or willing her to ditch? Find out after the break. I shall see you then. See you in a mo.
Leslie usually goes for boy band types, so out of the 2 that are left, I think she should go for number 1 because he's the most boy bandish out of the 2. So I'm going to say date number 1.
Hello and welcome back. Now, before the break, Leslie chose Jim, but she can still swap him for number 2 behind our screen. At home, you already know what her best friend Melanie thinks she should do, but Leslie can't see that. So what is going to happen? Will he be made up or stood up? What do you reckon, gang? Date or ditch? Well, it's all down to you, Leslie. You know what our crowd here think. I'm sure they're all yelling at you at home as well. Are you going to date or are you going to ditch?
Well, Scylla, I'm going to date.
You turned down number 2. You haven't even seen him. Ah, well, you did turn him down, and that was number 2. And here's our David from Surrey. Come in, David. Oh, David. Baby David. Well, who is going to choose?
I'll choose. You can read.
Okay.
A date to Antigua.
It's time to jet off to the Caribbean for a date full of fun and sun. You'll stay in luxury at the St. James's Club, from where you'll go kayaking through the mangroves and sailing round the island's stunning coastline. Then you'll discover the true Caribbean way of life as you go shopping at St. John's Market before partying until dawn as you experience the island's brilliant nightlife. Wow. It's a fabulous sunshine date, so make sure you come back glowing about each other. I am just so pleased for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, wish them well. Leslie and Jim. Well, now it's time to welcome back Ian and Vicky. They didn't have far to go for their date to marvellous Milton Keynes. But is home really where the heart is? Let's have a look at their date diary.
Welcome to the award-winning Whitterbury Hall Hotel and Spa. Would you like to come this way and I'll show you to your room?
Thank you. Okay. Ian's not the sort of guy that I would usually go for, but what I think is really attracting me to him is his sense of humour. He's just really, really, really funny.
Nice, great laugh. Already we're sort of hitting it off, getting on really well. Got a great sense of humour, and I think she must have, she's laughing at some really bad jokes.
No, it's just nice. So, I don't know, maybe I could be changing my type of man.
I spent most of this day on my back. I still don't think he fancies me. I think it's more of, oh, come on, let's just have a good time now.
I mean, I haven't given up on any romance, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of the date. We've got some more fun activities coming up. I think tomorrow we're going to go ice skating with the Milton Keynes ice hockey team.
Unfortunately, though, I was lusting after the hockey team instead of Ian.
I didn't think there was any spark there, like romantically, so I said that to her, and I think it was a relief for her as well as me when I said that.
Went back, I'd already imagined what Ian would look like. Young, slim, with typical boyish looks. Not the type I'd usually go for at all.
When I saw number 2, my usually high standards changed rapidly, and I thought things couldn't possibly get any worse. So when I saw Vicky with her smiling face and infectious laugh, I knew I couldn't go far wrong.
On the rock climbing wall, Ian was right behind me. Now, normally, if a guy gets that close, looking at my wet, soggy backside, I'd be horrified, and he probably would too. But as it was Ian, I wasn't that bothered.
That evening, using my local knowledge, I decided to take Vicky down the village pub. Rather than the sounds of the ocean and the sunset backdrop, we had Dave's Mobile Disco and our pound on the pool table. Perfect.
That evening, Ian suggested that we go down the local. We had such a laugh. Ian's great company, but the problem was, I just didn't fancy him.
The next day, Vicky and I went training with the Milton Keynes ice hockey team. Vicky looked like a cross between a sumo wrestler and Bambi taking his first steps. It was hilarious.
All my dreams came true at ice hockey. There was me in a male changing room, surrounded by half-naked, beefy ice hockey players. I spent the next 2 hours panting after the players, let alone the puck. Pity there wasn't a female team for Ian to flirt with as well.
On the last night, we went for a beautiful candlelit dinner, and with the right girl, it would have been the perfect romantic scene. Unfortunately, Vicky's just not the one for me.
Ian and I were treated to an exclusive meal in a lovely romantic setting. The thing is, we would have preferred to have gone down the Red Lion for a few games of pool, because that's what mates do after all, and I'd like to think that Ian is a mate.
On first impressions, Vicky is all hair, nails and fake tan, but underneath all that I think she's a bit of a geezer bird. She's great fun to be with, up for a laugh, and I'll buy her a pint anytime.
I had an absolute ball in Milton Keynes, and that wouldn't have been possible without Ian. I only hope that when he goes to watch the ice hockey team play, that he puts in a good word for me.
I think that this is a bit of a first on Blind Date. I mean, look at this. You're holding hands. I'm very confused here. Are you, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm still shaking.
If you would have picked, say, for instance, a beautiful Caribbean holiday for your date, would it have made any difference?
I don't know, do you?
Well, to be honest, I think had I picked Vicky and gone to the Caribbean holiday, I don't think we would have got on so well. It was literally because we went to Milton Keynes, and I live local to Milton Keynes, so it's like 15 miles away from where I live. So it was the case of, like, you know, we're in here now, let's make the best of what we've got. We're here to have a good time, and the date was a bonus, you know, the destination was a bonus, so we'll have a good time wherever we go. And as it turned out, Vicky's very like-minded. From the meal after the show, immediately, we both said, like, let's just give it our best shot and have a real good time, and you know, whatever happens, happens. And
so you decided really that early on?
I think so.
The minute you went out for a meal after the show?
Well,
I can't understand that. I mean, you'd hardly met, and then you really decided, just during the dinner, that you were going to be good mates. Why was that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know, because he's a good-looking guy. He's got such a fantastic personality. We get on so well. I don't know, maybe come down the line, you don't know, we could get together, because I'm definitely going to see him again, definitely, without a doubt.
That's it. Well, you often hear a lot of people say that they'll see each other and keep in touch, but we're definitely going to keep in touch. And
I can't figure this out, can you, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what's shouting out at me
What's up,
here?
Sarah? What's up?
No, what's shouting out at me, I don't know about you, this is like when Harry met Sally all over again, isn't it? They started off at mates. And I bet you, in a couple of weeks' time, you'll be sitting in that cafe and she'll be bashing that table going, yes, yes!
I'll still be holding your hand going,
Well, it's a revelation to me, and indeed, Blind Date. It's so lovely to see that people so matey without no romance whatsoever.
Yeah, great time.
Well, let me know. I mean, if romance does develop, let me be the first to know, will you?
I've got your number, Scylla. I shouldn't have thought
you
should. Yeah, you slipped it into my door, didn't you, with that note? Good night.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, 2 mates, no love. Wish them well. It's our Ian and Vicky. Well, still to come, we'll meet the dishy guy who's got to choose from one of these 3 tempting girls. So come in, the ladies. Back. Now remember, still to come, Gemma and Chris will be here to tell us whether they found love on the rebound after their date to Canada. But now it's time to meet 3 ladies, all hoping it will be first time lucky tonight. So tell us who you are, girls.
Hello, my name's Agatha, I'm 20 and I'm a student from Poland. The reason I'm on Blind Date is to show the Brit boys just how us Polish princesses can love. We're sexy, caring and very adoring. And tonight I'm hoping to find my very own red, white and blue British boy to play with.
Hi, my name's Kirsten, I'm 22 and I'm a credit controller from South Africa. The reason I'm on blind date is because I'm sick of vain South African men who are only interested in what clothes they wear and cars they drive. You British men are far funnier and you wear your heart on your sleeve, just where I like it.
Hello, my name is Pilar, I'm 24 and I'm a researcher from Spain. The reason I'm on blind date is because I'll choose British guys over Spanish señores any day. Mediterranean guys are jealous and possessive, whereas the British boys are gorgeous and play hard to get. And mi amor, I love a good chase.
Cometh the man. His name is Daniel, and he's from Middlesex, so cometh forth Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Oh, you're a big guy. Guy, how tall are you?
6'4".
Then you're British through and through.
I am.
And judging by the size of you, 6'4", and looking at that shirt, it's very similar to a rugby shirt.
It is.
You love your rugby, is that right?
I absolutely love my rugby.
And you love playing rugby?
I do. I make sure I'm at every training session, and I make sure I'm at every game, unless I'm injured. So any girl who wants to be with me, I'm afraid she's got to come second fiddle to rugby. If she wants to go shopping, she wants to paint her nails, she wants to go and see her mum, I'm afraid she can't because I want her down the club and I want to show her off to all my friends and all my players.
Oh, you do? You do?
I do. I want to be proud of her.
And if you have a good game or even not so good game, you get battered and bruised, what happens then? Can she go home for a tea, for instance?
No. She's got to have reviving, soothing hands to get me ready and for a massive night out dancing.
Fire away with your first question, Daniel.
OK. Hi, girls.
Hello.
OK. Question number 1. My email address is tigerbynight, which I think sums me up perfectly. What would your ideal email address be and why? And that goes to number 1.
My email address would have to be agatha@247 because once you see me, and I can guarantee you, you will want to be logged on to me all of the day and all of the night.
That's not bad, is it? That's good. OK, and the same to number 2.
With my long blonde hair, dazzling green eyes and gorgeous long legs, my email address would have to be grrr, because that's exactly what you're going to be doing, Tiger, when you get to see me.
And same to number 3, please.
My email address will have to be meet me at my place. So once you click onto me, your computer won't be saying you've got mail. It'll be saying you've got female.
Whoa! You've got female.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you could ask one more question. That's what you've got to do.
OK, number 2. If I like a woman and for some reason my looks and charm aren't working, then my wistful puppy dog smile will always win them over. What do you resort to when all else fails to win over your man? And that's to number 2.
Being a sexy South African, if all else fails, I will gaze deep into your eyes, flutter my eyelids and say, hey, little puppy, fancy going for a walk?
OK, and the same to number 1.
Us Polish girls never fail because we're both beautiful and intelligent. So, Daniel, use your brains and pick this beauty.
Brilliant. And to number 3, please.
Well, Daniel, I'll show you my sexy Spanish pout. And I'll guarantee you I'll soon be saying, Daniel, bésame mucho, which means, Daniel, kiss me more.
Bésame mucho.
Wow. Kiss me more. I can do that.
Yeah, I know, I'm sure you could, but you've got to kiss one goodbye now.
Oh.
Are you going to kiss goodbye too? Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
I'm afraid it's going to have to be number 1.
You turned down number 1. That was Agata from Poland. Come in, Agata. Agata, look.
Sorry.
That's that puppy dog look again. Oh, Agata. You see, now we were getting confused. Why did you turn down Agata?
I don't know now. I'm an idiot.
Never mind. Big idiot. Off you go. Agata, ladies and gentlemen. It all hangs on this third and final question.
OK. This question involves a couple of scenarios for the girls, Scylla. OK, this is for number 2. As you know, I love my rugby, and sometimes after games, all my mates pile around for a party. If I landed unexpectedly back at our place with all my mates, would you A, whisper in my ear to get rid of them all because you have a very special surprise for me? Or B, get on the phone, invite all your girlfriends over and to join the party?
Well, Daniel, I'm a big rugby fan myself. I would have to say B.
B.
I'd have preferred A, really.
Oh, right. Get rid of the lads.
Yeah. Well, mates you see every week, don't you?
Oh, dear.
And this is to number 3. Being an outgoing, friendly kind of guy, my ex-girlfriends of mine have sometimes thought I was flirting with other women. So if you saw me chatting away to another girl, would you A, come over and introduce yourself to her, making sure she knew you were mine? Or B, just leave me to it, knowing I'm completely trustworthy?
Well, Daniel, I'll definitely come over to meet her and make sure she knows I'm yours and you are mine.
Do you like that reply? Was that any better?
Yeah, I'm pleased all round.
You're pleased all round, but it's make your mind up time now. It really is make your mind up time.
Don't like this time.
Well, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. Who is going to be your blind date just for the moment? Are you going to choose number 2 or number 3?
Number 3.
Oh, what can I say, number 2? Hide yourself away. I'll see you in a mo. All right, sweetheart? OK, Daniel. Here is your blind date for this evening and maybe for the rest of the week. You chose number 3, and that was Pilar from Spain. Come in, Pilar. Hello, Pilar. You see, it's the accent that's in it.
Oh, well.
Now, Daniel, do you go for the tall rugby types?
Oh, yes, I love the tall and blonde and British look.
You do? Well, so as Daniel and Pilar meet for the first time, we're going to take a short break. But while we're away, Daniel must decide if he fancies her or if he favours number 2, who is yet to meet. Will we see dating or will we see ditching? Find out in a couple of minutes. See you then.
He's gone for number 3. She's not his normal type, but he's a big lad, she's a big girl. I think they'll get on famously, and he should date.
Welcome back. Now, before the break, Daniel picked Pilar. But would he be better off with number 2, who he's yet to see? At home, you've already seen what Daniel's friend Simon thinks he should do. But Daniel can't see that. So is she his girl of the future or just a thing of the past? What do you think, everyone? Date or ditch? What is he going to do? To you. It really is your decision, and you've got to do this like a man. Are you going to date or are you going to ditch?
Well, Scylla, I'm going to do something that's not going to upset her because she's probably used to it. I'm going to ditch.
are gonna ditch? Ditch me! Look at that!
It's a bit, you know, too young for me.
Oh,
too much woman.
Age is only a number.
Oh.
Don't look too closely at me when you say that. Peela, what can I say?
Yeah.
Better look in the future. I know you were swayed by the green eyes, the long legs, and the blonde hair. And you will not be disappointed because here's your blind date for this evening and the rest of the week. You chose number 2. That was Kirsten from South Africa. Come in, Kirsten. Hi, Kirsten. Mwah. So there are the long legs.
Yeah, they are.
And the green eyes, yes, they're green, they're very green. All we need to know now is where you're going on your blind date. Good luck. And to read as well?
Please.
Okay.
A date to Budapest.
Budapest! Good. I'll be glad. Fabulous, yes. A date to Budapest. You're off to Hungary for a date of surprises in this fascinating city. You'll stay in 5-star luxury at the Kapinski Hotel called Venus, from where you'll visit the exquisite royal palaces and take a dip in the Roman baths. Well, you're used to that, aren't you?
No,
Every Saturday. Jumping in with the fellas. This time you'll be jumping in with her. Wonderful. Then it's time to fall into each other's arms as you go ice skating before hitting the city's buzzing bars and clubs. It's a beautiful city you'll never forget, so just remember to come home in love.
Try to.
Try to. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, wish them both well, Daniel and Kirsten. Well, now it's time to welcome back Gemma and Chris. Now, they both needed a second chance on Blind Date to find each other. So will their trip to Canada finish with a happy ending? Let's find out.
Welcome to Delta Whistler Village Suites.
Hi. Hiya.
I hope you're enjoying your stay with us.
Gemma, she's a great girl. She's one of these girls with like no barriers or anything. She can have a real laugh about things and laugh at herself, which is great.
It's like a fairy tale. It's just so romantic. There's absolutely no way that two people can't get on. I don't want to say fall in love, but you know what I mean.
Just so funny or whatever, and up for a laugh and innocent and everything, and they have the attractive qualities that I do like about her.
I've never seen anywhere more beautiful in my life. I'm really glad that I'm here. I'm really glad that I'm here with Chris, and that it can be something romantic, and I've got somebody to share it all with who feels exactly the same as me. We had a little minute together when on our own at the mountains, we just sat on the rocks talking and that, and it was really nice. It was so romantic, it was perfect.
She's a real great girl, she really is.
I don't know what's going to happen when I go back to Warrington. he was back to Birmingham. Just try not to think about it in the moment. I will miss him, because all of a sudden he just won't be there. I'll be really sad when I leave Chris, because I really enjoyed this time with him. When the screen went back and I first saw Chris, I didn't think, wow, but I thought nice looking, with a huge, cheesy grin. Brill.
When I first saw Gemma, I thought, only joking. Tall, blonde, blue eyes in a parachute. Different grade.
When we were having Whistler, Chris and I went out. I wasn't getting any vibes that he fancied me, so imagine my surprise when suddenly he grabbed me and gave me a huge snog. Nice one.
On our first night, Gemma and I were having such a laugh. She isn't scared to say what she thinks and has no barriers at all, which I love. And at the end of the night, we shared our first kiss. Back of the net.
Chris and I had a hot tub together. It was so romantic, and it reminded me why I'd come on Blind Date, which was to meet my ideal man. I couldn't believe it was actually happening. It was almost going too well.
Gemma and I had a hot tub, which is absolutely amazing. It was 0 degrees outside and 40 degrees inside, and getting hotter and hotter.
And last night, I was enjoying myself so much, but Chris seemed a bit distant. I asked him what was wrong, and he said he just wanted to go home. I wondered what I'd done wrong.
On the last night, Gemma and I were reminiscing about the date, when suddenly she snapped and had a massive go at me for no reason. I thought, I'm not taking that, so I got my coat and left.
After the last experience on Blind Date went wrong, I was hoping Chris would restore my faith in men, and he did, until we got back from the date. Now I can see him for what he really is, a lying, insensitive, two-faced rat.
I had a great time listening with Gemma and thought I found a fantastic girl. But something went wrong. I just don't know what.
Whistler was so romantic, and I couldn't have asked for a date to be more perfect. But I've realised that Chris is just a typical bloke, and when we got back to reality, he dumped me.
Since we've been back, I've heard nothing from Gemma to explain what changed between us. So Gemma, what did go wrong?
Well, what did go wrong, Gemma, on that last night?
I didn't just have a massive go at him for no reason. He just gave me the impression that this was the end of the date and that was it. And it was. And then I said to it, he said to me, oh, well, I've never said this date wasn't special. And I said, but you've never said that it was, really. You've not said anything to me to reassure me. And he said, oh, well, I shouldn't have to. And I said, but maybe I just needed to hear it. And he was just like, oh, I don't need to hear this, and got up and left.
It wasn't like that.
It was.
I didn't just get my coat and left. I said, what do you want to do? She said, stay out for a few drinks. I've gone, well, I'm going back.
No, I never said that. He said, you come and sat down, and he went, right, I'm going back to the hotel. And I went, OK.
Well, I asked you what you wanted to do.
No, and you went, what are you doing? And I said, well, if you're going back to the hotel, then I'm obviously going back to the hotel.
You said I was staying out for a few drinks.
No, I never said that. I never.
Is this what it was like then?
Sometimes, yeah. Towards the end.
Do you not think you're a wee bit insecure, perhaps, Gemma, because you were let down?
Yeah.
You were let down very badly on the last blind date that you went on, because the guy ended up where you're sitting now.
I heard all about it.
Said that he was engaged to be married. How bad is that?
It's terrible, but
that's how bad it is. So you can understand why she was a little bit insecure.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that at the start, because she it took a while for her to call me Chris. It was Craig for a while. So I understood where she was coming from, but I don't know what went wrong.
We have established that you got on really well in Whistler, apart from the last night. Where do we go from here? I mean, what is the state of play now, you guys? Are you going to see each other again? Are you prepared?
Well, to tell you the truth, Scylla, I'm willing to wipe the slate clean and just see how it goes and start again, maybe. I don't know. Just see how it goes.
I have tried to get in touch with you since then, but...
I sent you a text message saying... there's been a misunderstanding, we need to talk. And you've got...
And I said, don't bother ringing me. Well,
no,
still,
you said,
I know what I said.
Response?
How's this for a response?
And
Go away.
Yeah. But it wasn't.
Leave me alone.
So that's one of them, you said?
That was the night I got back and I was still fuming, and obviously my mad Irish mother was going mad. She wanted to kill you.
Do you still want to see each other again after this? Are you still
wipe
prepared?
the slate clean and just see what happens.
I do want to see Chris again, but it's up to him.
So, are you prepared to go out with him again?
Yes, I would definitely go out with him again if he'll have me.
Well, thank goodness for that. Isn't that good news, everybody? hotel end-of-term party will be starting soon over on ITV2. But for me, I'm afraid it's time to say my blind date goodbyes. It's been a wonderful 18 years, and I just want to say thank you to all my teams, and of course, the hundreds and hundreds of blind daters who made this show so special. In the meantime, I'd like to share with you some of my favourite blind date memories. Enjoy! And for the last time, ta-ra for now. Ta-ra!
For the latest blind date news and details of tonight's date locations, click onto itv.com/blind date.
Well, next, Cat Daly presents the live grand final of Stars in Their Eyes Kids. Then at 8 o'clock, it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And later, at 9:05, the result of your votes will reveal the winner of Stars in Their Eyes Kids.